Yo, 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 yo. Nikki Owowo. Okay, y'all. So let's talk about us outsiders, Red in a little bit. We ain't gonna talk about, we just gonna have a discussion, okay? And before I get started, I want to say that I love the outsiders. This is not me talking shit. This is us having a conversation, all right? So like, subscribe, share, leave a comment below and let me know. Okay, if you heard about this, all right. So let me get a little sip because I'm just gonna speak from my head. I did write down a few things. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I don't like how shit is going. Okay, so you just hold on a second. All right, so I want to take you back then, pull you forward for a moment. If you do not know who us outsiders are, you know Red is from Bad Girls Club. Her and Lil Bit been together for going on 12 years. Her and Lil Bit met when they were incarcerated together, okay? And they formed a YouTube channel, I think in like 2019. And they are a part of the LGBTQ community, okay? Red is the more masculine one, but some ways, okay? And then, but she's very feminine. She's beautiful. A little bit is beautiful. Red dresses like a female. She wears makeup and, you know, she's flawless. And a little bit is flawless too. So I've been watching them for a while. Okay, so that was who they are. Fast forward about 4 or 5 months ago, Red a little bit, if you've been watching them, you know that they went through a little bump in the road, okay, where Red took some time and a little bit them, you know, a little bit didn't know where things were going and Red didn't know where things were going. They patched that up and they came back. And then now they're saying that they want to bring a man off into the mix. So now Red a little bit has a man, okay? And it has shaken the LGBT community on this internet, okay? I guess Red a little bit can't want no dick, all right? And that's where we at right now. So Red a little bit, after they got over the hump, they start forming and they start making videos and they say that they got a man in their life. I don't know if some people took them seriously or not. I thought they could be playing because they play too much, or it could be serious because they have done pranks and stuff on each other in the past. And they mentioned, excuse me, them bringing a man in the mix. Not a man. Hold on. They mentioned bringing another person into the mix. And a man was one of the options. So if he wasn't an option, he wouldn't have been there, which let me know that he ain't not an option. He's not an option, okay? Red a little bit began to softly show who the man was. You know, they had been dealing with this gentleman, and Red would get on TikTok, a little bit would get on TikTok. You'll see an arm here, an ear there, a fingertip there, all right? After they did that, the internet went into shambles. The LGTB, how do you say it, baby? What is it? The LGBTQ community just got upset. Like Red and Little Bit Coochies was theirs or something. Like, I don't understand. So that's where I took it, because I was like, people were being hard on these people. Because if the LGBTQ community is about freedom and expression and they want to be able to be themselves without judgment, why the hell are you judging Red a little bit for freedom and expression and wanted to be themselves and who they are? Like, so what? That they wanted some pain. And I feel like a lot of people jumped to saying what wasn't going to work and all this other stuff. And me, I try not to do that. You know what I'm saying? I try to think positively. What's going to happen is going to happen. What is, what is. And as you speak it, it is so. You don't need to jump to a negative place when things are something that you don't like. Now, Toot Reacts is Bella's girlfriend. I think that's her wife. So Toot and Bella are YouTubers, but they're also friends of Red and Lil Bit. And I'm saying Toot and Bella because they're together, but Bella ain't got nothing to do with this. Toot also has a reaction channel. Now, shout out to Toot. I fucks with them too. Toot had a heart attack, I believe, so sending her healing energy, and she was out of commission for about a month. So her and Red and a little bit wasn't talking like that because Toot had her own shit that she was getting together. And so when she came back to YouTube, she was bombarded by her fans about this new man that, you know, the changes that's been going on with Red a little bit. One, she gonna get the information because she's a part of that community. Two, she gonna get the information because she got a reaction channel. Three, she gonna get the information because she cool with them, all right? Now, when I saw Toot Reacts do a reaction to Red online with her guy and Little Big Guy, I felt the same way that us outsiders felt. It was transpired like to then reach out to us outsiders to let them know that she was doing a reaction. It's not that she couldn't, is that she didn't get them the heads up. So where does the fine line go? Where does Toot React separate from your government name if we have a real friendship outside of this YouTube shit? So that's basically what Red and Lil Bit was saying. Toot saw it. She agreed but disagreed. She gonna do her job. She gonna react. You can't tell her how to be, but she can see how they may have felt. Blah blah blah. She can't control how her fans ate their motherfucking ass up. She's not gonna go through the comments and go back and forth with these people. It is what it is, so to speak. Her and Red and a little bit got through it. They got through it so much that they allowed, and I ain't gonna say they allowed, because he a man. They man went on her channel. Okay, now let me back up just a little bit. He went on our channel to kind of set some things straight, because during that time when the universe, when the internet was in shambles about Red and Lil Bit wanting some dirt, they began to dig. They so much off into other motherfuckers' business that they want to find something so bad so they can be so right that this man ain't shit. At that time, he cool. That's what they want to do. That's their life. Let them do whatever the hell they want to do. If they like it, I love it. That's the way I look at shit. It is what it is. Other people, not so much. If it's creeping them out, I believe it's some inner feelings in you that you trying to inflict on those folks, and deal with your own shit is the way that I feel about people business, okay? So that's why I ain't saying that I'm judging and talking about nobody. We just having a conversation, all right? So like, subscribe, share, leave a comment below, and let's talk about it. So during this time, it's a YouTuber, and I can't find his page, named 2K. How I came across him, because another YouTuber who did a reaction, and I'll put her picture here. She's a part of the LGTB community too, and she was kind of off into it, saying how, you know, she don't understand how Red could do this and do that, and she kind of was looking at things at a way of judgmental, and that's my opinion on it. She was reacting to this gentleman. Now, this gentleman, I believe, is a part of the LGTB community too, but he said he one of ours. I don't believe that he is, because he's too much off into these females' business, all right? He knows Toot. He know Toot to the point that they have each other phone number. Somebody on somebody end digged and got the investigating on trying to figure out who this man was that Red and Lil Bit is with. They done found the picture, so now his face got up there. So it's not just the arm and the finger. People want to know so damn bad that they done went and found the damn man. They done also said that he had an old lady. Some woman came online on their channel and was talking, but she said out her mouth that they don't go together. So it just seemed like she pissed off because she see him moving forward, but he kind of done moving, like he moved forward like he done hit a lick, is the energy that I'm getting from her. That's the energy. After that, Hellcat, which is the Outsiders man, went on Toot Reacts channel to clear his name, and now you gonna put a face to the masked man. Okay, shit is out there. We gonna move forward with it. Them my females, them my ladies, as he called it, them his bitches. I don't like that, but anyway, that's who they are. Okay, he did an interview, and to me, at that time, I ain't see nothing wrong with it. You know, at the time, you looking and saying, I don't know them people from a can of paint, but you know if you fucks with somebody, you gonna be looking and trying to find. But not trying to find, but you observing that motherfucker, right? I ain't see nothing. So cool. Cool. I'm thinking it's all over with. Red and them came back on like they not finna address it no more. It's out there. We finna start having fun and living life. All right, boom. So let's go ahead and move ahead. Next up, you see videos begin to come out. First video you see is The Truth of Drink. And I just watched The Truth of Drink. And I want you to go back. And I want you to run it up. And I want you to watch it. And I don't want you to watch it just to be eyeball. And I want you to just sit back and chill and watch it, okay? So, Red, Lil Bit, and Hellcat did The Truth of Drink. He was sitting in the middle of them. And a few questions came up. And it was a few things. But I'm looking at it and I'm looking like, I don't like how he moving. But okay, cool. They like it. I love it. One question was, Red pulled out the bowl. It was a question asking who brought this man into the mix? And the answer was Red. Okay, cool. A little bit said, Red brought it to her attention. A little bit was cool with it. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right. A question was asked to Hellcat, like how did he go about trying to talk to them? Like, did he like them? How long he been liking them? Like, did he like them before? He act like he said he trying to play. He answering like vaguely. You know what I'm saying? Which making me feel like you ain't being genuine. Because normally when Red a little bit is doing truth or drink, they seem like they being genuine with the questions. Just like they confessions seem like she is genuine. You know what I'm saying? It may hurt your feeling, but it's genuine. And I feel like he wasn't being that. Now I'm seeing fakeness because I don't like that. And I feel like Red caught it, but as Red and Lil Bit said in The Truth or Drink, they up in La La Land with this nigga. Red like her head be gone when she around him. And Lil Bit said that she feel like Shay from Shay and Bree on Instagram. If you know Shay and Bria, you know Shay and Bria. Shout out to Shay and Bria. I love them girls. But that's how Lil Bit say she feels. So y'all ain't in the right mind frame around a motherfucker. He got you up in the clouds and shit. And it's cool, but I been there, done that. And I ain't saying it to judge, but I know that feeling where you just feel like you can't get right until you get away from that person. And then you see clearly your thoughts flow and shit. It's a difference. So people watch your energy, okay? I ain't telling you what to do. And when a person asks an individual, like, how you feel about an individual, and they give you vague answers like your vibe, and yeah, if you lack a vibe and you see somebody with a big vibe or a passionate vibe, yeah, you gonna feel like they vibe is what draws you to them because they got some shit that you lack. I see on another hand, a person could like how genuine an individual is and they could go on and explain in that manner. But he wasn't saying it like that. It just made me be like, okay? But they like it, I love it, all right? I ain't nitpicking. In the same day, they did another video because that's your man. So now what you gonna do? You gonna help your man out. Let me bag up to The Truth or Drink. And I ain't judging nobody because I done bought my man things. And if your man, it's ain't nothing wrong with you doing for your man and your man doing for you. Okay, cool. Red said on one instance, I may have to take you to Chanel. And I don't know if she mean the real Chanel or Chanel, but I don't know what that meant. To me, that meant she may have to let his ass go in there and just grab her or something that he been looking at it. She gonna pay for it. But they say that they don't, I ain't saying taking care of no man, but they act like they ain't gonna put no money on no man. So that's one thing. It's okay if you are. I've done it. Ain't nobody talking about you, but I do see a little discrepancy there. Okay, cool. So next thing I see is Red and Lil Bit on his page because it popped up in my feed. And I'm like, let me check this out. I'm looking up and down his page, and this don't mean nothing because if you look up and down my page, hell, he probably got more views than me. It don't matter, okay? The thing is, when I'm looking up and down his page, he get like 100 views, 200 views, 400 views. I don't know if I saw anything with 1,000. Okay, cool, because he been doing this. But when he put Red a Lil Bit on there, that shit, when I looked at it, was over 44,000. So, boom, okay. And I'm looking at it as, okay, all right. So, I'm looking at it, and I clicked on the video. I say, let me see how he is on his channel. Because he was kind of in between Red and Lil Bit, and he acted a little reserved. He didn't want to answer the motherfucking questions because a person who don't really want to open up and really tell you shit don't want you to be asking them all them goddamn questions. I'm going to tell you that right now. But anyway, his energy shifted. Now, you go back and you take a look. On his channel, he kind of, I don't know, it's like this arrogant vibe. It's this energy thing. I felt that it was to the point that I had to keep pausing it because it was hard for me to watch. It was hard for me to watch the way that Lil Bit and Red energy shift. I'm used to, hold on, Lil Bit and Red being dominant. And I know that energy because I've been that person too. It's like once you get around a person, it just changed where after you look at it, you wish you would have did something else because you know you got it in you. You know what I'm saying? It seemed as if to me he was trying to put Lil Bit and Red against each other. You asking them questions that the world done already known for I don't know how many years. Why are you asking her a little bit what you feel like you bring to the table and how I feel to date somebody famous and like Lil Bit ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga, how do you feel dating somebody famous? Ask yourself that question because before you introduced them, you was like, I ain't never heard nobody this famous on my channel before. So, so ask yourself that. To the point that at one point, Lil Bit was a little tongue-tied and he talking to her like she an infant. Speak up. Who you talking to? And then he getting mad. I was getting mad. Like I was getting mad. Do you hear me? You outside and you getting emotionally upset because cars pulling up while you outside. Nigga, you outside. If you don't want the distractions, be inside. But you got to be sitting by the Hellcat. Get your ass in the house. And then you stand up in that outfit, and I ain't talking about you. That people don't you put that motherfucker back on because it has met the mileage this week. Just give it a little breather. Is what everybody else is saying. Not me, not me. But drip check, drip check. That made me mad. That made me mad. That made me mad. All this while, Red has been saying that Lil Bit is the foundation. Ain't nobody bigger than each other. They've been roughing it up ever since they was sitting in front of the motherfucking black motherfucking sheet that was in behind their ass. Together, nigga, together. Before you even came about. So why are you trying to come in and make it be where you want somebody to pop that shit? Like Red already said that. We know what Red brings to the table. We know what Lil Bit brings to the table. It has been established. They know what the fuck they got going on. That's what pissed me off. I couldn't even stomach to watch it. Cars pulling up and he coming. I hate to be interrupted. You know how they make me feel. If you don't shut the fuck up. And Red and Lil Bit sitting there like, well, you know, I don't, fuck that. Because, fuck that. I don't like that. So that pissed me off. So now the gloves is off and I don't like his ass now. And it ain't none of my man. It ain't for me to judge. But sometimes I ain't got no problem with seeing the forest. Ain't no trees blocking my view. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. And I was upset with the internet and people judging them. And I'm trying my best to do what God love. And I ain't judging you now. But I don't want to jump the gun to something before I see the shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. And I ain't Red. If y'all come across this video, which you probably won't, baby, you be mindful. You just be mindful. And y'all stay strong together. You understand? Together, baby, together is the end. I'm telling you. So, next up, I say I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna make no video. Ain't none of my business. Next up, Red a little bit do a confession. This is where I say, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Because the gloves came off with him where I was cussing at the screen. But I still wasn't going to pop the video. I look up and I see confession. I love us outsiders confessions. I love us outsider confessions. And they be saying real shit because the shit be pissing each other off. Like, you could tell to be real. But this confession was on some other shit. This was the most passive, aggressive, say some shit, but I'm just playing, but I really mean it, and this is how I feel type of, I'm trying to be funny, and it is hilarious, but it's ever so serious ass confession they ever did. They saying shit that you can't take back. All of a sudden now, Red say she the queen, and Lil Bit basically need to be grateful every day that she wake up and fuck her with a bitch like her. Yeah. Red saying now that Lil Bit used to work 2 jobs, walk to work, Like she bragging that she didn't help her out at that point in time. That all she had to do was sit back and let her bring the money to her. Some things you say, and I ain't judging, but that shit was wrong. Like it was funny, kiki. But if I'm putting myself in y'all shoes, and if my motherfucking mate come on here and talk shit, you wasn't grateful that you had a motherfucker. Don't you ever in your life try to act like Lil Bit being the who she was fucked up on her behalf, instead of you being grateful that you had a person like that. It was like Red was saying it in a way like, and I'm a player. She was saying it in a way like, yeah, you unfuckwittable. Because at one point, Lil Bit said, I'm so happy that I'm unfuckwittable. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck about nothing, right? And I know we tell ourselves that, and we have to because we can't allow it. That don't mean that we ain't got fucking feelings. And I understand, okay? So, at some point, Red told Lil Bit told Red that she unfuckwittable, and then Red told Lil Bit, yeah, you are very much so that, because I don't know another motherfucker that would have did what you did. Like, bitch, like, damn. Like, are you not appreciative, or are you getting down on me because I was that motherfucker to you? That's crazy. If you are, because you right, and you need to understand that. You right. It ain't a lot of motherfuckers that may have did that. So be grateful that a motherfucker did that. You want her to be grateful in this moment, but you not even being grateful for who the fuck she was to you. And probably still is. And I ain't talking that Red, but I'm like, and I'm saying it as a friend with love on my heart. That shit was crazy to me. The way they got down on each other and everything for shits and giggles. I'm telling you, that shit was crazy. You can see that it's some type of energy that has taken on, and Hellcat, okay? And he is in there, and now it done shifted a vibe, okay? So be careful of that, is all that I'm saying. If you do have a person like that in your life, and I ain't trying to tell us outsiders, but we done all been through it, be mindful of how shit was and how shit is. It was crazy. I didn't like it at all. So I want to know how you feel about it. I want to know. Let's talk about it in the comments. They went off to a place where Red was basically saying that she the motherfucking queen. Now she popping us shit like Lil Bit foundation ain't what she been saying that it is. You know what I'm saying? So Lil Bit left off. Keep fucking with me, and bitch, I'll take your man. Yeah. One thing about Lil Bit and Red, they was friends, you can tell before. So you see that friend vibe, but that's also your old lady. And you can see the look on Red's face. She ain't like that shit. Now, all this could be shits and giggles. Because right after that, Red posted, you the love of my life. And that don't mean, hey, it is what it is, right? But those are a row of emotions, though. If y'all just hear it, then a person boop pop that out, or it could be out there for entertainment purposes only. But at what cost? You know what I'm saying? We not finna do that all for shits and giggles and views. So when does the fiat, like, how far this gonna go? Cause y'all basically, and confessions be confessions, but this one was different. Like, this one here was different to the point I sat there and I was like, God damn. Like, they think that way about each other? And I know that's the question. I want to know, when they get offline, do they ask each other, you really, for real, think I'm a motherfucking dummy? And this is the thing. When I told you about it, I'm going to get off here, the truth and drink. Remember when I said that Red pulled out of the bucket and she said that she was the one that came up with this? When Red was talking in a confession and she was like, because you right, you are unfuckwittable, because I'm telling you, the shit that you did, I feel like if the shit that she did and the shit that she do, because I know that polygamy is going on right now, but how many motherfuckers will let you just bring a nigga up in your shit? So Lil Bit do, as she did and she still do, and probably because she wanted. But Rare brought it to the table and Lil Bit accepted it. So it's still some energy up in there like shit. I don't know too many motherfuckers that would let a motherfucker bring another motherfucker in their bedroom. But Lil Bit is channeling saying, bring them up in there and I'll take your man. Yeah. That's what would happen. I hope and pray that Everything work out fine. I ain't talking ill against Hellcat. I just tell you what the hell I see, and if his name is Hellcat, just watch out. And you know, I hope that us outsiders, as they always do, get through, whatever obstacles that come their way. Everything is peace. Everything is love. I'll talk to you, Nikki Owowo. Let me know how you feel. Love.
Y'all, my next confession is I paved the way for these hoes. Anybody that has come in my life, I've paved the way. With the following base and all that, with making sure I tag and put a bitch on, because it never gave gatekeeper. It always gave support. Push yourself. Now motherfuckers be like, click the link in my bio. I just uploaded a video. Queen.
You done?
You? You done?
My next confession, y'all. I'm so glad that I'm really like an unbothered bitch. Like, outside noise don't bother me at all. Like, I'm very, like, smooth criminal. You feel me? Like, very much like, no, I'm the shit. You feel me? Like, I'm glad I have the confidence that I have within myself to know that I'm unfuckwittable. I love that about me. And I've been like that for a long motherfucking time now. So, I can't be fucked with on no level.
And my next confession is, shit, she right. Because the shit that she's done, a lot of bitches wouldn't have done.
Are you responding?
Yes, because I agree with that shit. You was unfuckwittable. I'm talking about in the trenches. That hill was high. That bus was stank. Them jobs was You did that. You went home and opened the first Dunkin' Donuts ever in your city. Bringing that money home to mama. And with that being said, that was my final confession.
My final confession is if you fuck with me, I'll take your man. But say, ho, where your man at? So I can fuck him in the mouth in the house where you laying at.
On Instagram looking for a flaw. On the offline pussy hoe, I'm raw.
I get it from my man.
Huh.
Because I know how to handle
Huh. 305 Beach Miami.
Y'all hoes better stop playing.